I've been making some amazing progress on my project Use Up the Dribs and Drabs, and today I'm going to show you what I've used up, and I'm going to tell you what I thought of these products so that if you want to purchase any of them, you'll have a better idea if they're going to work for you or not. If you're new here, hi, I'm Tina, and I want to welcome you to Beautiful Journey, where we are going through this season of midlife together, finding beauty in every day, even the difficult ones. And if you are looking for someone to travel this road with, then I invite you to subscribe and stick around, comment down below, get to know some of the people here, because we have some truly amazing people in this traveling club, and I welcome you to join us. If you've been here a while, you know that I've been doing a project to get rid of those containers that have just a little bit left in them. And I named this PUUDD, Project Use Up the Dribs and Drabs. I did a video early in June going through my empties from May, and I'd gotten to a grand total of 33 products used up since the beginning of January. I also find that I'm using products up that never officially got put into the PUUDD basket because I'm just much more conscious of those products that just have a little bit left, and I know that if I just focus on them for a couple weeks, they'll be gone. When I ended my last video, I actually had 6 products in my PUUDD basket. I had the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. I had the Lightweight from Fourth Ray, a moisturizer. The Revlon Candid foundations, and I actually had 2 tubes of this, shades 110 and 130, because I had to mix them to get the right color. And I had put in the Elf Putty Eye Primer, an Elf Under Eye Primer, and the Cover FX Mattifying Primer little sample size that I had. So what did I use up? The Lightweight Moisturizer from Fourth Ray is gone, and now I'm using the Elf Holy Hydration Moisturizer Gel, and I like that better than this. This is almost a little bit too lightweight. I thought it would be good for summer because I'm a little bit oily, and with the summer and humidity and all that kind of stuff, I thought it would give me just the right amount, but it's actually not. And I think it's because I use tretinoin and I get dry patches, and so I need just a little bit more moisturizer than this was giving me. If you have really oily skin, you might really like this moisturizer. I also used up the Revlon Candid, and I could probably get maybe 2 more uses out of this, but these have gotten old and they kind of separate when I put them on my skin. I know it's not the foundation because I love this foundation. It is the age of them. So I'm not going to like cut the tubes off and see how much more I can squeeze out and that kind of stuff. They're gone. The Elf Putty Eye Primer, all gone. And I can't find this on Elf or Amazon to replace it. I think I probably could if I looked on eBay or something like that, but I don't know that I want to. And so I've actually decided I'm going to test out some new eye primers and see if I can find another one that I like just as well or better than I liked this one. This Elf Under Eye Primer, there's not much left in it, and I'm just going to declare it done because honestly, it's hard to get it out. And I just don't think that it does enough to justify a separate primer. Now that Elf has their putty primers, I use those up under my eyes. And so it isn't that this wasn't a good product. I don't think it's even available from Elf anymore. It's just that I have other products that do what it does, and I just don't want to keep using it anymore. I used the sample of the Tatcha Silk Canvas that came in my birthday gift from Sephora. And the first time I used this, I didn't like it. It pilled up terribly over my sunscreen, which is the Michelle Dermaceuticals SPF 50 liquid something. I don't know the exact name. I can put it on the screen or something. But anyway, it pilled horribly over that. And so I was glad that there was more than one use in here because I used it again and I let the sunscreen set longer to set down completely, and then it did not. And it worked well, but for the price of this full price, I have other primers that work just as well. This LA Girl Pro Prep High Definition Smoothing Face Primer worked as well, and I might say that it worked even better at blurring and smoothing. Does it have the skincare ingredients in it that the Tatcha probably does? No, but I don't use a primer for skincare. I have skincare for skincare. And so I'm gonna go with the, $6.99 primer instead of this one. And then I used up this Elf Lash and Brow Serum, but I didn't use it up so much as I noticed it was kind of evaporated and dried out. I have used it. I don't know why there's two ends because I think it's the exact same thing for your lashes and your brow. And I don't use it on my lashes because I use mascara. I suppose if you have dark lashes and you just want some definition and hold, this would be good. But I have very blonde eyelashes, so I have to put mascara on them. So I used both ends for brow gel, and it's okay. I wouldn't buy it again. I suppose for brow gel, it kind of separates your brows, but I don't know that it holds them very well. Right now, I'm using this brow stylist from L'Oreal, Boost and Set, and I kind of like this. After I use the brow pencil, I've been using this to separate and kind of comb the brows that I do have. Kind of liking how it looks. So this is a no. And then I used up 3 powders this month. I have no idea how. Well, okay, this one was kind of a cheat because it's one I carry in my purse. It's the Catrice Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder, and it says it's waterproof and transparent. It's just a white powder, but as you can see, it was a lot gone. I mean, I had pan in it, and carrying something like that I know is risky because it's not as stable as when it's full, and it did break. Fortunately, it didn't get all over my purse. The container kept it in pretty good, and when I opened it, I didn't, lose it everywhere, thank goodness. But I remember seeing Sabrina do a swim test with this one, and it stayed on her face for the 30 minutes that she was in the pool, which I thought was pretty cool. And it does mattify, and I did like this powder. So this is one, if you're looking for a mattifying waterproof setting powder, I would look into this for sure. And then I used the Can Make powder. And Can Make is confusing to me when I look it up on Amazon because I am almost certain when I bought this was called the Marshmallow Setting Powder. But I think now it's called something different because what they have as the Marshmallow Setting Powder actually has various colors in it. And I'm going to put a picture up here to help explain what I'm talking about. So I think this now has a different name, but I really like this powder. I was using this one under my eyes, and it compares very favorably to the number 7 Lift and Luminate translucent powder that is my number 1 holy grail under eye setting powder. So this was really similar, and I think it's a little less expensive. Then the third powder I used up was the Elf Halo Glow Setting Powder, and I love this. This will be a repurchase. I actually have several powders still over there that I'm working on, but I love this and recommend it if you're looking for a setting powder. It gives a really pretty soft kind of glow. It does blur, and it does help with mattifying oily skin. But I think it's also pretty on dry skin because of the little bit of glow that it gives you, and so you don't look just flat powdered. Those are my makeup empties, which means that I have 2 products that I did not use completely. The Cover FX Mattifying Primer, and honestly, I have no excuse for this except I just keep forgetting to use it, and that kind of tells me that maybe I don't like it that much. I mean, it's fine, but I don't think it does anything more or better than any of my drugstore primers. And so I reach for those instead of remembering to do this. And honestly, there's probably maybe 1, maybe 2 uses left in this. I will for sure have it gone by my next update. And then bronzers are hard, you guys. The Milani Silky Matte, I thought I was going to be able to get done with it. I did not. There's still a little ring hanging on around the edges. I know I put a picture up last time, so I will grab that image and stick it up here so we can see the progression of how much I've used. And I'm going to say right now that I think I will have this gone by my next update. So now I need to come up with 3 products to put in here. It was much harder to find products this time because I don't have a lot left that just has those little bits in it. There might actually be a natural end to this project when I run out of almost empty things. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But I am going to put in this Koki eyebrow pencil, and I think I got this in an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, and it's got that much left in it. The color's actually a little bit warm, but I use it more on the outer part of the brow, and then I use a little bit darker one on the inner part of the brow, and so that's how I've been getting use out of this. I really like this pencil, and I would consider getting it in a better color for me. Then I'm going to use up the rest of this Misha BB cream in the color 21. The package is a mess, but the foundation is fantastic. This one is just a little bit light, so I do have a number 27 that I mix with it, and I actually mix this with other foundations that are too light because it has such a pretty finish and it doesn't really change how a foundation performs unless it's making it perform better, if that makes sense. So I want to use this one up. I do also have it in the correct color, so once I get rid of this one, then I don't need to repurchase this color 21 because it's just not the right shade for me. And then finally, I have the Wet n Wild Brulee. I have to be a little careful with it because I knocked it off my desk and broke it. It was like this all the way around, but part of it broke out. I have a backup of it, and as you know if you've watched any of my eye videos, if a palette that I'm using doesn't have this light color, then I use this to set my eyes from crease to brow bone before going in with my transition shade. So what's my grand total? Well, I started the month with 33 products used up. This month I used 8 more, which means I am at 41 makeup products used up since January 15th. Okay, 40 makeup products and 1 moisturizer. If you are participating in my project Use Up the Dribs and Drabs, comment down below with how many products you have used up this year. If you're not participating and would like to, I would love to have you join us. If you've made it this far, comment down below with your favorite food. Why food in a makeup video? Because it's past my lunchtime and I'm starving. If you love Empties videos, then be sure that you are subscribed with the notification bell turned on because I am getting ready to film my skincare, hair care, body care, and other kinds of beauty empties, and I have a lot to go through. So you're not going to want to miss that. And I have a whole playlist of empties that if you want to watch some more right now, you can click right there. I hope that you have a beautiful, blessed day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.